Hi and welcome back. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to talk about the other type of condition that we have to study, which is called switch case. So these are used for checking several conditions for a single variable. So if you have a single variable that's, for example, a day of the week, this is a good example, and you want to check, is it a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you want to print or do something related to that particular state. So in that case, instead of creating if day is equal to sat, then else if day is equal month, then do again multiple else ifs inside and make it very complicated. You can use this this command, which is called switch and case. So the way it works is you write switch, then you put the name of the variable, then a column, then you have to create your cases. So you write a case space, then you have to put what is that condition. So it can be checking against a specific string, or it can be a number, but it will be like you don't need to use equal. So you just put the case and space, put that specific string or specific value, and there under that you can put the whatever command you need to run if this condition is met. So for example, if the day is sat, then it will print Saturday. If the day is Sunday, is sun, then it will print Sunday. And also we have something called default. It's an optional value. It's an optional case that in this case, if none of these is matched, this is not Sunday, this is not Monday, by default it will print weekday. And at the end of the switch, you have to also write end switch. So that is the ending of the switch statement, and it is mandatory. So you must have switch, you must have a case, and also you have to end it with end switch. Let's head back to our code station and do a couple of examples there. All right, so let's do a couple of tests with switch cases. I think I should have an example here. Yeah. So look at this one. So we have a variable called day, and we have stored a number inside it. The number is 1, and it will switch this value, this variable, the day. If it is 1, so this is the number of the days of the day of the week. So if it is day 1 of the week, it will print Monday. Day 2 will print Tuesday, all the way to Sunday, and there is a default one which is saying invalid day. So for example, if I change this, if I run this as it is, because this is day 1 and it's gonna print day Monday. If I change this to 10, because we don't have anything as such, it will say invalid day. So this is the catch for this default one, and this is how it works. So I can change this also to for example, day. I can make it to get the input from user. Input, for example, please enter the day number, and once the user enters that, it will switch that. So if I enter 4, it will say invalid day. Why it is saying invalid day? Because I entered that as a string, and here we are switching based on the numbers. So I must convert that into an integer, a number. That's the reason that this is not working. Now if I run this again and I enter 4, it will say it is Thursday. So it is day 4, it is Thursday. So the switch and cases, they are great if you have multiple conditions for one single variable, like this example. So you are evaluating different values of the day of the weeks for one single day. You can implement this also, using if, then, else if. You need how many? You need one if, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 else ifs inside one if else statement, which might be making it a little bit complicated when writing it, but that also works. But a switch and case, it is an easy way for implementing such problems. In the exam and questions, they probably ask you to use switch case instead of using if then else statement for some questions, but using switch and case is not very much popular in the exam, but it is something which is already in the exam specification, and we should learn. And it is probably, you find it's very easy. You just need to know the syntax. So you need to use switch, then you need to have a column, and for each case you should put a column as well, and the lines that you need to print or do something for the program. Okay, let's head back to our lesson. All right, so as you see here, the switch case is nothing, just this switch case and these columns and end switch. It doesn't have anything extra. And as I said, it's purely used for in situations where you need to evaluate multiple values for one single variable. That's the main use case. Okay, so I will see you in next lesson.